Hey guys, so in this video I'll be walking through the live conversion rate optimization that we have performed for this brand, and if you have your e-commerce store, this video is going to be super useful for you because you can pick up some advices from this video, because these advices are the best practice for e-commerce stores, and that way if you apply these things on your Shopify store you can increase your conversion rate and therefore the revenue per session and the ROAS of your ads. So without further ado, let's get straight to the thing. The first thing that we have optimized here is the announcement bar. It was the two-line announcement bar where we have reduced it to the single line, so therefore we saved a bit of the real estate and we put more information above. So as you can see, they had these quotations mark around the discount code and that extra word. There's no need for that, so we have just reduced how many characters are in the announcement bar, and as you can see we have bolded the coupon code so that way it just stands out more and it uses the less real estate on your product page. So very useful thing. The next thing that we have done here is that we have reduced the white space around the product image. You can see there was just too much white space around the product. That's just unnecessary, and that way it takes the real estate of the product page, so you cannot pull your more important things above. So we have reduced the white space around the image. We have also added these shadows around the product so it gives a bit more pop to it, and that way it looks more appealing to the customers. So yeah, the next thing that we have done then here is that we have added these chevrons. As you can see on the previous product page there were no chevrons, and when you have chevrons it's just easier for your customers to navigate, to go back and forth. They don't have to guess how they can switch beside images and stuff. Then the next thing that we have added here, which is super important one, as you can see their previous reviews were not really specific. It just says how many reviews and stuff. What we have done here is that we have added more specificity to the reviews. We have also redesigned stars, so it's just kind of more in the brand style, right? And what we have added here is that how much it's rated and by how many happy customers. So that's the big difference between the previous version and the new version. And if you are being more specific with your visitors, that means you're more credible because you know your numbers. You can use that for your ads as well. Whenever you have exact numbers, specific numbers, you appear more credible and professional, and that way you can just increase your trustworthiness with your customers. So very good thing. Then the next thing that we have added here is the headline. You can see on the previous headline it didn't really tell too much. It was just like a velour slim AirTag wallet, where we have added the benefit headline. So the first part of the headline is the product, then the second part says secure your wallet anywhere. So that way the benefit of your product pulls your visitors towards it and they know what they can get from this product. That's the thing that they care about. You have to test these things and you have to know which benefit pulls your visitors towards your product, and that way you increase your conversion rate because you communicate what they will get with your product. So very important thing. Then the next thing that we have done here is that you can see on their previous product page they had this sale thing here, which is just not enough. It doesn't tell too much. What we have added here is save 20%. That way you're more clearly communicating what they will get, so there's less friction to the purchase, right? And this is super important one, because if you just say sale, it doesn't really tell too much. You want to say right up front how much they are saving. You don't want them to calculate, so that's just less friction to your customers, and therefore you increase your conversion rate. So very important thing. Then the next thing, we have removed this selling fast. I didn't really like it. It can appear a bit more scammy and things, so therefore we have just completely removed that thing. Then the next thing that we have done, I have removed this copy. I didn't really like it too much. Why? It's because it starts with our high quality letter. You never want to start your copy with the word our, because your customers don't care about your thing. What you want to say is to communicate right up front with what they will get, what benefits they will get from your product. So I just completely removed this copy. It talks too much from the company's perspective rather than the customer perspective. So for that reason we have just removed it for now. And yeah, the next thing we have done here is that we have added bigger color swatches and closer to the image. You can see the previous color swatches were maybe a bit too small, and that way they were just harder to click on each and harder to see each variant. We have made them a bit bigger, as you can see. And they're also closer to the product image, which is super important if you have different options. The reason being is that when your customers click on each of the variant, they want to have this product image as close as possible, so they don't have to click. For example, if it's somewhere here, they have to scroll all the way top to see the variant, then scroll all again to the bottom again. You want to make it as close as possible to the product image so they can easily see more variants and therefore make their purchasing process much easier and effortless, right? So just make it closer to the product image. Then the next thing that we have done here is that we have made the add to cart a bit more bold. We have added the visual cue here, that kind of arrow here just gives that visual cue that this is the next step of their flow. Then what we have added here are the trust badges here below, secure payments and all these cards. This helps with the credibility because most likely your customers trust these brands, and if they trust these brands and you have them on your product page, that way they will associate these brands with your brand and therefore trust you more. So very important thing. Then this one is super important. We have changed the value propositions here. Their previous value propositions were something like this. First of all, I didn't really like the icons. Icons didn't really fit the brand style, that elegant look. We have changed the icons to fit that. But the more important thing here is what value propositions are there. So there's this secure payment, which is okay to have. We have just squeezed that and replaced it here below add to cart button. So we still have that one. But these next things like dedicated customer support team and how many happy customers are not that valuable for your visitors. Do they really care about the customer support once they purchase the wallet? Will they need your customer support? Most likely not. So for that reason, they really don't care about this one, and they don't care about this one. We have it already somewhere here, right? So what we have set here is something that they really care about, and I saw that this brand have the free shipping thing, but it's just way too below. It's somewhere on the bottom. We want to have it more up. So for that reason, what we have added here is that free shipping worldwide, 2-year guarantee, which they also have, but it's here, and a high quality leather and all these things. So all these things that they really care about, you need to have them here where the add to cart button is. That's called CTA Anchoring. So this way it just communicates more important things to your visitors, like these things that we have set instead of these things that they most likely don't care about. And for that reason, this is a huge thing to increase your conversion rate, and I will highly suggest you to put your very important things here below the add to cart button to increase your conversion rate. So that's it for this video. I hope you find it useful. You can see how much we have communicated more important things with the clarity and simplicity, and all these things will help a lot with the conversion rate optimization. And if you'd like us to help you growing your e-commerce brands profitably, check out the link below and like and subscribe if you'd like more content like this. So that's it for this one. See you in the next one.